Yo, what the fuck is good? This is your boy Vega, aka Vega the Chosen, from the HipHopHeads podcast and thecryptonline.com. We're coming at you with another episode of the Listening Sesh. It's been a hot minute. Glad to be back. We got another one for you here. This one's a little different. We're going with Ice Cube, Man Down, his latest album in 2024. Just dropped on November 22nd, 2024. Gave it a spin the other day. And wow. I have to be upfront with you. I am going back. Huge Cube fan. Love Cube. Um, his first couple albums, obviously the NWA stuff was some of my intro into hip hop. At least the real hip hop, not the like the such commercial stuff. And Ice Cube was just the top dog. He was incredible to me. I think he was my favorite rapper, um, at least back in the '90s, um, in the early days. Just incredible. What a career! Parlayed it into films, doing all this other stuff. Um, Pretty incredible. Um, Remember America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, The Predator, Lethal Injection. I think I was up on him until like probably next Friday. So probably around that War and Peace era, and I kind of fell off from Cube since then. Um, Cube and I don't see eye to eye with him on his his like recent political stuff, but that's him. Um, he can do whatever he wants. This is America, baby. Have your opinions. Love to see it. You do you. Um, he interjects that into some of this album on Man Down. And I gotta say, after giving it a spin, um, I don't like this album at all. Um, if you've listened to the listening sesh before in the past, I don't usually give put some light on the subject here for y'all so you can see this very ugly face that I have. Um, this album stunk. It was really terrible. Let's go through it real quick. You got about there's a lot of tracks on this. 19 tracks. It's over an hour long. Um, he's got the best tracks on here are the features. Um, Tracks 4. She's Sanctified features E40, October 11, Snoop Dogg, and Too Short. E40 steals the show on it. I'd say this might be my favorite track, other than the last track, which features Busta Rhymes and Killer Mike, which I thought was pretty good. Other than that, man, I thought this album stunk. The Be Real track was also pretty good. Corrupt brings it. The features are real good, but man, Cube just doesn't have it anymore. The beats on this were fucking trash, man. It was really just hard to get through. I was driving with a friend listening to the whip test, and he was like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "Oh, this is a new Ice Cube," and he was like, "Wow." Very disappointed in it. Um, and I love Ice Cube. I love his some of his movies, the Friday series, obviously. I love his music. Like I said, those going back, America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, The Predator, Lethal Injection. You can't really go on a better 4-year run than that. I mean, that was pretty great. I know some people didn't like Lethal Injection at the time, but even the other day, I actually just threw this on at the cut, and it's like, man, this is so good. Ghetto Bird, a lot of joints on that was like really good. Bop Gun, obviously the big hit though, um, was George Clinton. Really, really solid album, to me at least. It was probably it wasn't like a 5-star classic when it came out. A lot of people weren't feeling it. I did. But compared to America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, excuse me, and The Predator, you know, Lethal Injection was kind of a step down. And then he kind of got poppy for a hot minute. Um, and that stuff was whatever. I didn't really, well, he wasn't really on my radar then. I was so, deep into the underground. But, going back to this, I mean, geez, on the first track, he just, talks about how manly he is, and that was weird. And like the second track, he dropped some weird shit, and then like the So Sensitive track 3 is like a whole like kind of like cancel culture stuff. Kind of like, he's kind of jumping into that like MAGA territory, I guess you could say. And if that's your deal, cool. But for me, it's not for me. So I'm kind of all out on it. Um, so other people on the West Coast, like Kendrick, the young cat, is doing it much better in my opinion than Ice Cube. But without Ice Cube, maybe there's no Kendrick. He paved the way. Those first track. He was also got Exhibit on here, Be Real, like I said, JD, Ishadon, K Major, Mike Epps. Um, but really, the production is really just junk to me. It's really, really bad. I don't have the production credits here. We got some producers, Big Von, Cassius J, David Banner, produced something. EA Ski, Ice Cube, I guess, produced something on here. Little John got something on there. Knots, good to see Knots on there. I'm not sure what he produced, but he's got something on there. Um, so you got some, decent names, but you know, overall, I wasn't feeling it at all. Not feeling it at all, man. Cube's, Jesus. It's just even hard for me to like say something because I don't want to be, disrespectful to, Cube. I love Cube. He's a legend in the game, but this just wasn't hitting for me. We'll be talking about this on the Hip Hop Heads podcast as well. But I got to speak to Bonafide about this because he also listened to it. Three Little Piggies, just trash. Um, man, I'm a burn rubber. Holy crap, that that was terrible. I couldn't even like, man. Like I said, I had the homie in the car, and he was like, "Yo, what is this? Why are you playing this?" I was like, "Yo, I just wanted to give it a spin through. I wanted to, see what Cube was up to, and kind of wanted to do an episode on it because it's been a while, since I talked to y'all." And man, this stuff was just like, it's like I don't know. Like I think Cube released it on his old record label. It was like a independent release. Um, man, this wasn't it. This wasn't it for Cube. Um, maybe he'll make a comeback. Maybe it's just he doesn't have it anymore. The rhymes on this really sucked. I'm not. I'll be straight up with you. Like it wasn't like up to par with like Cube's classics or anything like that. It was like he's like a shell of his former self. It's like he phoned it in, or either that or he doesn't have it anymore. Just hmm, what can you do? I really dislike this album. If I were to give it out of 5, I would give it a freaking 1. I hate to say that, but I'd give it a 1 star. I did not like this at all, other than the E40 verse and the Busta Rhymes verse there at the end. Um, and Killer Mike, other than that, I wasn't feeling it at all. I didn't like even those songs, like even that, like even with the E40 song, like I hated that beat. That beat was terrible. All the beats on this were just fucking garbasque, trash, man. I couldn't believe it. It was just like I was, and then like even if the beats were half decent, I'm like, what the fuck is Cube talking about? This is just dumb, terrible stuff from him. Um, just maybe I don't even know. Just stick to acting. Maybe I don't even know what's going on there. I don't even know what's going on there. Go back, listen to NWA, listen to freaking Straight Outta Compton, listen to West Side Connection, listen to America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, The Predator, Lethal Injection, maybe War and Peace if you're into that. But man, this man down is terrible. 1 star from your guy, Vega the Chosen, the Hip Hop Heads podcast. Sorry, Cube. This isn't it. Um, CryptoOnline.com. You can check us out anywhere. You know what I mean? Um, all the places. We got some new stuff kicking in 2025. We're coming back with the vengeance. We're going to have some fun with it. We'll talk to y'all. Peace. Stay safe out there. Happy holidays. It's your boy, Vega the Chosen, the CryptoOnline.com, the Hip Hop Heads podcast. This was the listening sesh. One.